Hello and welcome back to Live to Ride. This is part 2 of our great Scottish adventure in the Great White Sprinter camper van. In this episode we hang out with Lewis Buchanan as he rides flat out on some of his local trails.
My name's Lewis Buchanan. I live in Innerleithen in the Scottish borders and I'm a professional enduro mountain bike racer. Innerleithen's just super small town that is buzzing with bikes. The atmosphere is just cool. There's a reason why people are trying to come here and move here. There's obviously adrenaline uplift that is across the downhill trails, so convenient. And then I have the Golfy, which is kind of your more enduro style based trails. It's ideal for what I do for my job.
Before we get started, a massive thank you to TRP for supporting this episode. Lewis has been a big part of their product testing, and if you want to find out more about Lewis's bike, we did a really detailed bike check video that's over on the channel. If you've got a moment to subscribe, and please hit like, that really helps the channel. We're nearly at 5,000 subscribers.
We are at my backyard trails pretty much. The best stuff going in the world, maybe even.
Let's see your best start.
Are you having a joke?
Nah, let's go.
What, sprint start?
Yeah.
Nah. Personally, I think I'm pretty laid back and smooth, but I get told that I'm loose, out of control, erratic, aggressive, and I think I am in the right places, but when it comes to racing, I am all about trying to be efficient, but there's no denying it that once the camera is on, you can't not go fast. I was born in Edinburgh, and then we visited here regularly to visit my granddad. I guess my parents just fell in love with the place, and yeah, we ended up moving here. We're a pretty close family, so for me to be able to visit them now and then is pretty valuable, so yeah.
At what age were you taking Lewis to his first races then?
I was 11, 2005.
Yeah.
Because we moved down here, there was nothing pre-programmed on it. It was just we came down here just to come away from the city. Just started getting out the bike and he started going over and seeing the races up at the Red Bull track and took an interest, and that was it.
Yeah, so my dad, obviously when I was younger, was not getting paid to do anything, and we were having to buy all the parts and all the different bikes. He was the main person that supported me, obviously, and drove me to the races. We drove all across the country. Yeah, like obviously give pretty much all the credit to him, and once I turned professional, it was basically he took a step back.
Do you know how many races you've done?
Yeah, I think 190. That's a lot of races, but I mean, if you think about it, started racing when I was 11 and I'm 26 now. Yeah, it's a fair few races to tick off. Definitely more downhill races for sure. I'm definitely enjoying the enduro stuff way, way more. This is the go-to. Spend probably way too much time here, but cool that they're open, and yeah, we'll get some breakfast, get a scone.
Veggie haggis, sun-dried tomato, the best.
It's going to be a coffee and veggie haggis scone cafe.
My sugar and gold. Once I got a piece.
There's obviously adrenaline uplift that is across the downhill trails, and they're like a massive supporter of mine. So to have that service there is like so convenient. Doing my own program was something that was super last minute. It was all like a massive learning process from doing my own negotiations with like not just one brand, but like 10 brands basically. And then a lot of the logistical stuff as well, from booking flights to figuring out someone who can mechanic for me. And then also I needed to find brands that I was stoked on working with and that were stoked to have me on board. So with TRP, they've been one of the sponsors this year that I've really worked closely with. Regarding the brakes, I never tried 223mm rotors before. I wouldn't go back to a smaller rotor. It's easier on my hands, more power, it's smoother. And of course they have Aaron Gwynn on board, they have Brendan. Those dudes are riding downhill World Cup with the products that are on my enduro bike.
Next year there's a plan for a race in your hometown. Is that a quite exciting opportunity for you?
I've never raced in my hometown. I think I started my enduro career the year after that they had the round here, so I'm going to try and take full advantage of that and put my best foot forward and ride the trails like I know I can, and the chance to race in front of like obviously my family but then some friends, and I really feel like that's my best chance to win one.
Thank you very much for watching another episode of Live to Ride. We actually did a bike check with Lewis.
So this is my Forbidden Druid, size large, it's an absolute beast. Looks meaty with a mullet set up, 29er up front. She's an aggressive one.
If you want to watch more Live to Ride, it won't be long. We've got an episode coming out on Tuesday at 9 AM next week. That's with Mark Scott, the Santa Cruz Enduro World Series racer.